Hey y'all, I am back. I am back. My internet doesn't say I'm having any issues. Any issues. I'll see if y'all come back. Technical difficulties, y'all. I'm live again. Let me know if you see me. I don't know what happened. Just let me know if you're here again for part 2. I'm going to start working. Hey, Terry, thank you for coming back, friend. I don't know what happened. My internet's not showing any issues. But thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back, Millie Mel. I see you. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're working on creating with picture frames today. And all I got to was showing you different frames. So we're going to work with this one first. It's the weather. Thank you for telling me you see me. We're getting a little sprinkle of rain, but that's it. And it's like, what, 50 here in South Central Virginia today. Okay, in this beautiful, it's already distressed Christmas tree frame, I want to do one of my nativities. So this is one of the cards. This is one of the nativity cards. And then I have this one. So I already know that my card is not going to be as big as my frame. Hey, Miss Sherry, Sherry's Divine Inspirations. I got bumped off, y'all. This is part 2, but we were just getting started. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Miss Christy, how are you doing, my friend? I see you've had a wonderful week. It's pouring there on and off, Miss Linda. I knew we were supposed to get some rain this afternoon. So I already know that my nativity is not going to be as big as my picture frame. So I've got to have a background. So as I turn my back to y'all, I'm going to pull out some scrapbook paper. Pull out some scrapbook paper that I already thought I may use. And we're going to work with, I've already got it out down here. I'm all discombobulated now, y'all. It rained an hour today, and it was sideways. Oh, my gracious. I know about those rains. So, we're going to use this paper, this gold, as my background for my nativity. So, it will cover up my frame completely. And I forgot one thing. I got everything around me, y'all. Forgot one thing at my seat. So we'll just see what I come up with to use. So I'm just going to cut out this little piece. You feel so blessed. I know, sweet friend. Just going to cut out this little circle. And if you're just joining me, we are creating with picture frames today. I've been working with those. I had a special order to create some more of those distressed nativity ornaments that I did from Walmart. So I've been working on those today. So I was already in the mood to work with picture frames. So I thought that's what we would do today. So I showed a ton of picture frames in the beginning, y'all. And this is the one we're starting with. I got this at Ross. And we're going to put a nativity in it. Hey, Miss Andrea, the cutest little thing. Welcome in, welcome in. So I'm going to take my Mod Podge. And I'm going to use my frame. I always, I like to do that. Use my actual, not my frame, my actual glass to put my scrapbook paper or what have you down on. So I'm just going to add Mod Podge to my little... How have you been, Miss Andrea? You been out and about with Mama today? I hope y'all have had a wonderful time. Wonderful time. That's so sweet. Cherish that time. I know you do. I don't have to even tell you. Miss Christy just had a blessed time with her family early for the holidays. So now I'm going to take this and place it right on my frame. Miss Sherry came back. I know, isn't the tree frame pretty, Linda? So pretty. So I'm going to place this. We'll see if I need to cut any around it. Sometimes you have to do some cutting if your paper's not trimmed up enough. Looks like I need to do a little bit. So if you're needing some last minute Christmas gifts, using picture frames and some cards. Hobby Lobby has beautiful cards. Dollar Tree used to, y'all, and I have some here from Dollar Tree, but they used to have boxes of cards. I don't see those anymore. Make sure it's in there all the way. Still says I need to cut a little. I don't want to sand, y'all, because I'll crack the glass for sure. But putting together some sweet little gifts using picture frames that can be displayed as a cute little shelf sitter. Okay, let's see. Come on now. Let's get the show on the road since I got bumped. Since I got bumped off earlier, trying to tell me I didn't have a signal. And I don't want to keep pressing in there. Hello, Miss Lisa, with Little of Me Gifts and Specialties. Hello, Sweet Tammy, with Art by Tammy Lassiter. I'm trying, y'all. I don't want to push on it too much because I really don't want to have boo-boo fingers for Christmas. But I don't know. I really can't trim it any closer. Evidently, it thinks I can. Well, y'all, I had planned on us just getting one done today. Aha. Okay. So now we're going to slide this right in there. It has a hanger hook there, and it also has our little picture frame easel. Picture frame easel. So this is what we have in the tree. Now, I'm using this because I wanted to make a nativity out of it. But what would you do with this already distressed gold picture frame? So, I'm using cards. So, I've got to make sure. That my sweet nativity will fit down in here. Okay, so I'm going to get my scissors again. This one says, love come to a stable on that very special night to bring us out of darkness into his glorious light. I'm just going to kind of cut around one of these. I really like this one. I like all of them, y'all. let's see, I'm going to cut around this one. So I'm just going to do some fussy cutting around Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus. Thank you, Miss Andrea. You like my shirt? My husband had this made for me last year, I think, because I love my little Highland cows so much. Okay. And I may could use those words. We'll see. So now I'm just going to go back and do some fussy cutting right around the bottom here. And I was going to bring, I meant to get the little dimensional sticky tabs. Because you know this is already a cardboard because it's your card. I was going to get some dimensional stickies. And I forgot them. So I'm going to cut off these two sides, it looks like. So I can make this dimensional. You love the Noel behind me? That I created on an event live. I don't think it was Tuesday. I don't think. So I'm going to put this, I cut it down, just cut them out. I'm going to put this in the middle of my frame. However, I wanted to use those dimensional stickies to lift it up. So instead, okay, I'm going to use this star. Well, look, here's a jingle block. So let's see, because I used that the other day for something. That may be a little too much. Okay, I like the dimension of the star better. So I'm just going to leave it its natural color. Just a little wooden star that I had. Put it down in the middle here. I was going to use those sticky tabs. So what do we do as crafters? We figure it out, don't we? Figure it out. And then I'm going to take my little cutout. Let me see if I'm okay with it there. Yeah, since I was fussy cutting, I was trying to not make it a straight line that I was cutting. Okay, and I'm going to lay this piece here right in the middle of my star. So it's kind of lifted Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus up a little. Okay, let me hold it just a minute. Okay, so here's what we have in our frame. I put the gold background in, and then I put Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus. Now I wanted to add, because of that, let me see what kind of stars I have. I wanted to add a star at the top of this. At the very top. So let's see how big. Y'all, I've got a bowl of different, every shape star you could think of over here. Kind of like that. Let's see about the rusty. I have a rusty star. Nope. Need the dimension. So I'm going to take some gold paint. bronze. Bronze metallic gold is what I've got here. Bronze metallic gold. Let me scoot that out of the way. And I'm going to paint. So y'all didn't, if you didn't, since I'm on part 2, I showed all of my frames in part 1. I have like 10 frames here, y'all. So I'm painting this little star gold. Okay. So I hope I can show you a couple of them today. I don't know what happened with the connection earlier, but I'll show you, if you'll stay with me, I'll show you the picture frames again. Let's see, here's my gold. My gold stickles, y'all, are glitter glue that we love. Gonna add right to the top. All of our gold for our Savior, right? And I'm just using the tip of my little applicator to add this. You can use your brush to move it around, your paint brush. Okay. Y'all like it? We got a little bit of a blob here. Let me get that blob off. And then let's see if I can turn this over and get glue. And place it at the very top of my tree. So I just did that background because I knew my card wasn't, even before I cut it. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Miss Sherry. I need to go back and sprinkle me back out there. Sprinkle my part 2 out there. Okay, so here's our little star at the very top of our tree. So just a sweet Christmas nativity using that tree. Our tree picture frame. So that's one. Gonna move that over here. Okay, so I've got a ton of frames, y'all, a ton of frames. So let's see. Let me show you another one. Let me show you another, this is another picture frame from Dollar Tree, the little cathedral frames. Let me show you one more with that. So that would just make a sweet gift to someone. And let me find the card. Y'all, I had a stack of cards. Here it is. I lost everybody on my first round, didn't I? That is okay. So here's our card. When I saw this, I thought, I know this is going to be really sweet in a picture frame. This one says, wishing you a season of joy. Look at that beautiful card. So I'd like to think that we just undo this frame. You would think these picture frames wouldn't be so hard to get into, but they are. So this is actually a square. So let me cut this piece off. Okay, and that is going to fit in there. We may need to Mod Podge it down. Let's see if it will fit in there, if the glass will hold it. Just getting my glass in there, y'all. You have a few of these frames, Miss Sherry? Might have to tack this down on here. So let me try that. That may help just a little. Hot glue on a picture frame, y'all. But it will hold it in place for sure. Let's see if I can get this lined up. Okay, lay that right in there. To be an oval, you would think that it would just be that way to cut it, but it's not. It was a square to reshape back into, not even an oval, that cathedral shape. I'm not sure what that is. So, wishing you a season of joy. It fit perfectly in our little frame. All I did was cut the back piece off. You don't have tight bond, so I use E6000 hot glue for my ornament frame. I did. I need to get some tight bond. Yes, the tight bond is good, Miss Marcia. Did I say hello to you? Hello again. The tight bond is good. It's been working good with my frames, but I've never, the E6000 should work fine too, Marcia. Okay, now I'm going to take my Distressed and the Ground Espresso. The Ground Espresso. And we're going to go around our frame a little bit. Just to kind of blend, this is stark white, so by using this, it kind of brings in the bells a little bit more. and the pine cones. So it just adds a little bit to the frame. Hello, Miss Carol. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. So that was ground espresso. Love that color in the distressed oxide. So this is the first one. We're playing with picture frames, making some Christmas gifts using, this is a card. We did a little fussy cutting on the card, cut this scene out of the card and put it on in our little tree frame and added the star. And then this is an ornament, a picture frame from Dollar Tree. And this is also a card. Then we did some distressing there. Now it would be pretty if we could make the bow that's in here dimensional. And we could take some more of our get this to come out. It's not Kimmy's day, y'all. Everything is fighting me. Do y'all have days like that? Where everything fights against you? Everything fights against you. Maybe this one is close to empty. You like the tree, Miss Carol? Here we go. Just needed a minute. So I'm adding a little bit on these bells. Not everybody loves the glitter, but I think Christmas. And this is a glitter glue, so you're a little more controlled with it. I just love glitter like this. And even our, remember when what was the cut glass one called? I can't even think. Diamond dust. I had some of that. I even like that at Christmas time. And I'm just putting it around the word joy as well. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. A little pen back in here. Sorry I'm reaching y'all, but if you could see my desk, I have like just this, you know, as we say, just this little bit of room. Okay, I put the glitter, the stickles on my bells and on the word joy. What does everyone want for Christmas? You know, I really haven't thought that much about it. Hubby has mentioned a couple of things to me for me, and I'm like, But you know, I love to be with family. I know that sounds cheesy, that's what I want for Christmas is to be with family. But y'all, family is important to me, and I know it is to a lot of you that have it. So what do you want for Christmas, Miss Marcia? Okay. Okay. These are really cute, y'all. These I got at Ross. I have one that's horizontal and one that's vertical. They are picture frames. So I have these. I have my lovely beaded frames. Beaded frames from Dollar Tree. I have this one that I got at a thrift store. Love the red in that. And then I have this rustic one. How about we create with this rustic one? And then we may try one of those. I don't know, I've got so many, y'all. Peace and love. Sounds good to me, Miss Linda. Peace and love. Okay. So this is going to need a little bit of a background as well. And it's rustic. I got this piece of scrapbook paper out. I'm not sure for what, but maybe for this one. Let me show you what we're going to do maybe with this frame. So, let me move some things. I have a bag of those ornament Santas from Walmart that I have. Your health, yes. Healthy, sweet baby Leo to be born in a couple of weeks. Yes, that's a perfect gift, my friend. Perfect. I have these ornament Santas that I've been collecting from Walmart that I've never used. So there's one in all the brown. I love him. I think he would be beautiful in the rustic, with the rustic frame. This is another one. He's pretty as well. I think he would be pretty. We'll see what fits the best. Then I have a red one as well. I'm not as crazy about his face. The brown and red Santas. And then this is a red one. So the red, you're not going to see much of the back, but I almost want to do the rustics. The rustics. So let's see if they're going to work. These are at Walmart, y'all. Holiday time. He fits perfect in there, and he's flat on the back. Some of the hats are puffy on the back, and you just either have to flatten it down or leave him, you know, a little bit. He sets up just a little, or I have seen some that have cut this back piece completely off. So I love his furry. I would like to see his eyes a little more. But that's just the way he is. These both are pretty. Both of these are pretty. This actually looks pine cone-ish, y'all, in his little hat. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's put him down here. Maybe, unless y'all tell me something different. Let's undo this frame. You like the furry one? All right. Got to be careful, y'all. All this glass. And I have, because he's got that pine cone-ish look on his hat, his cheeks are really rosy too. You like the brown furry one, Marcia, right? Sherry, you like the red one. I have this scrapbook paper that's got pine cones in it. So let's make this the background. Oh, goodness, y'all. And now I got to find my ink pen on this craft table. I mean, my pencil. There it was. Shouldn't have even complained. Okay. Whoops. I'm going to add, and probably this scrapbook paper would just set in here, y'all. You wouldn't even need to do this, but I'm just going to do it for safety measures just to make sure it doesn't move around. A little bit more. Have any of you started baking? I think hubby and I are going to do some of that this weekend. Bake some little fun treats. I was looking through an old cookbook today. Christmas cookbook. I think we're going to do some baking on Saturday. Okay, so I've got that on. Here's my scrapbook paper. And I'm just giving this a background, y'all, because, you know, my little ornament and the things that I've used doesn't cover up the background completely. And then I'm just going to cut off my excess. A little bit at the top. Be sure you're letting me know in the comments, y'all, that you sprinkled. Unlock the treasures. Make sure that's the right way. Yes. That you've unlocked the treasures, because your name is going into a drawing. I need to draw today before we leave. So that looks rustic to me with the pine cones and the birch trees in the background. All right, let's pull our little Santa in here. I'm cutting his tag off, and hopefully I can pull out the ornament hanger without too much of a mess. There we go. Pull that little hook right out of the top. Let's see if I need a doctor on this just a little. Where I'll pull that out. Right on my shirt. I'll just add some glitter up there. Okay, so now we're putting him right down in the middle. So very, very easy. Very easy to do. And here is the tight bond, quick and thick, that Marsha was talking about. It's really good, y'all. Really good. It gives you a minute if you get this on here as the permanent hold. And I'm putting some extra because this is resin and he's kind of heavy. And then I'll put a little bit of hot glue. So now, to get him on here, right in my center. And y'all, you know what this needs, right? You know what it needs, y'all. Maybe just a muted bow. And I'm looking down here at all the things, y'all, because I've got a ton of my... Let me make sure he's on here good. Who do I see? Who's saying, no baking for me, I'm recovering from surgery. Well, Miss Sherry, I will be praying. I didn't know that, I don't think, my friend. So here's our sweet Santa. You can't see the background much. Can't see the background much. Okay. So I think I am going to take and make me a little bow for it. Little bow. And I'm actually going to put this shimmery gold down in here. Shimmery gold. And I've just got some of that gauze, the cream colored gauze is what it's called, from Hobby Lobby. Just crisscrossing that up in my little bow dabber here. I've got a little bit of lace. Let me just make one little bow with the lace. One little loop through, I mean. You don't want to do too much lace on Santa. And then this gold shimmer. Let's see how this will do. You like the sparkles on him? Like this shimmer, but it's got a little bit of stiffness to it. So I have to hold it a certain way. Hold it a certain way. Let's see, I think that's all I want to add to it. I'm tying it up with this gold shimmer instead of my twine, instead of my jute, I should say. Thank y'all for being here. I know everybody is so busy with all the things. I appreciate you very much. That needs to come down here. Y'all, where I've been painting with black today, my nails look so bad. I tried to get them clean before I came on here with y'all today. Okay, whoops. Let me get this put back together. Because that's almost hard to see. This gold is pretty, but it's so shimmery. It's hard to see. Okay, Mr. Santa. You know Kimmy's got to add a bow to you. What do y'all think about the bow? I didn't even ask, did I? Because I knew y'all might say, okay, this is not a project for a bow. What do y'all think about the bow? I just totally didn't even ask. The gold looks good with him. Ouch. Okay, let me cut down a few of the little things so it's not hanging on him. I like this one little piece that's hanging down here, I believe. This little thing wants to curl, so we're just going to let it. Look at that bow, how it's curling on that little gold piece is curling. So let me set him back here, see what you think of our little Santa. Our little Santa. Let's see. I have this rusty star. I've been wanting to use the rusty star. I don't think I have. Do y'all think it needs a star would look right? Let me show you. Of course, it just fell out. Do y'all think the rusty star, since he is kind of rustic, or is the star too much? Or a jingle bell. How about a rusty jingle bell? Star or rusty bell? Ooh. Ooh, star or rusty bell? What do you think? On our little Santa, what should we do? Here's the little jingle bell. I can't hold it so you could see it really. But there. Star or rusty bell? Do I have a pine cone? Good idea. Let's just see. Of course I should. Of course I should, Marcia. Let's see about this. Let me let you look at him. Let me see in this little bag of tricks. I do. These came from the Christmas craft section at Hobby Lobby. And let me find my little cutters. I'm working behind the scene back here. But this is like berries and pine cones. You like the bell too, Miss Sherry? Yes, it would, Marcia, it would. I didn't even think about that. Anyone else? What do y'all think about the pine cone? I'm just cutting off 2 or 3 here. And it has red berries in the scrapbook paper as well, but I kind of like the rustic feel to it. We could add the Jingle Bell Sherry to the end of his hat. So we could get both of them in. How about that? I'm just pushing in the back where you would run some little jute through. I'm just pushing that in. Okay, let's do pine cones. Gonna hold it. I know y'all are seeing the back of it. Ouch. If you're just joining me, y'all, we are creating with picture frames today. All kinds of Christmas shelf sitters with picture frames. I'm trying to get 3 little pine cones in here, y'all. Show y'all in just a minute. Looks like we're getting a little more rain as the evening has progressed. Almost there, y'all. My pine cones were kind of crumbling a little bit. It must not like what these pine cones are made out of because it's not sticking very well. Hey, Miss Gail. Hey, Miss Donna with Donna's Crafts. We are creating with picture frames today. This is the one that we just did. This is a Santa ornament from Walmart, a rustic frame from Walmart. Then we made our little bell. There's our pine cones in there. This is the one that we did first, the tree with the nativity. That is a Christmas card that I just cut the middle part of off and just added a little wooden piece under it to make it dimensional. And then this one is another Christmas card inside of a Dollar Tree frame. We distressed the frame some, added stickles on our little bell and on the word joy. So what do you think about Santa? Kind of took away most of the snow you've had for weeks on the ground, I bet, Miss Marcia. And it's warmed up here a tad. So what do you think about Santa here? Should we try this rusty bell? Let me see if I've got the back pushed down in there good. Let's see if he'll stay, y'all. This just adds some dimension to, which the Santa itself was enough dimension, but adding the little adornments. I've been wanting to use these Santas for, you know, people created with them, our crafters, for a while now. Make sure this pine cone is doing right. Okay, y'all. What do you think of Santa? You love him, Miss Donna? What do you think about the pine cones? Did they do okay? Think it's sweet. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay. So, if I can find somewhere to slowly move these without them going crashing, but look at all the other cards and things I had for us to work with, y'all. So much. So we've got 3 down. I think I want to do one of these with you real quick. Real quick. So let me put him. Ooh. Where am I going to put him? Maybe, maybe, maybe. These 2 are out of the way. Y'all, if y'all can stay with me, that's great. If you can't, I understand. Okay, so I need a background for this because we're going to add some dimension outside of the frame. You love him. You love the bell, Miss Marcia. So I need a background piece of paper for, let's see if I got something else. Let's see, y'all. Sorry my back is to you. Let's see if we can find something in one of these. Another foresty piece. I could actually do, what about one that says Merry Christmas? Where is that little piece? Let's do the Merry Christmas. Let's do something a little brighter on the background for this. Okay, I think we're going to do this one. Either one would work, but these frames came from Ross. Which is like a Marshall's, a TJ Maxx, a Home Goods. But I have a Ross. Let's see. Let me make sure my little piece that we're going to use. That and those. Got a little, oh, I had an angel here, y'all, that I thought about for our, here's my snowman I need. Here. My real one. Bear with me, y'all. This is going to be really cute, I think. I had these little angels I was going to add to the Christmas tree one with the nativity, so we may get to that. Okay, this is all the goodies that I may use with one of the frames, but I was going to see. Okay, we need to do the tall one with what I want to do for this one. So we're going with the tall one. And then this will be it, y'all. This will be it. So undoing a frame again. This is interesting. So we'll see how this pops out. Look at all the everything that's holding the back end there. Very interesting. Okay, just for sake of time, I'm not going to do any Mod Podging. I'm just going to hopefully set him in there. So I'm using this Merry Christmas paper. But where you can find these little shadow box frames, different kinds, even at your Dollar Tree. Even at your Dollar Tree. Okay. So, let's make sure this is going to fit. And it might need to hold down on something a little bit. Let's see. We're going to make it happen, y'all. This has all of these little pieces. How many of you put your pieces back in your frames when you're putting them together? All the little pieces, even the little picture. How many of you do that? For some reason, I think it helps keep things tight in the picture frame. I don't think that's true as long as you got your main pieces. Okay, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Okay, so this is what I have. I have this little tree. And y'all, I did have, please don't fall. It fell. I don't know where it is. Okay, it's over here. So I have that little tree. I have some deer. I have these little trees that were also in the Christmas craft section. Look at these little cuties. I have one of those. Got a little bow on the top. That's just too cute. This one also came from that. It's a little deer. I'm just going to pull them out so we can see. That's why I was looking for kind of a foresty background paper. But we're just going to keep this one cute and bright. And look at these little fellas, y'all. I know. I got goodie baskets all around. I got goodies here, scrapbook paper, cards, frames, ribbon, scrapbook paper. And then my video got messed up. We had to come back, y'all. Then I have all from that Christmas craft section. Then I have little bottle brush trees. So this one's going to be very Christmassy. So let me just see. We put that there. We put one here. So this has just got the little shadow box feel to it. He's cute. He's got a little snowflake in his hand. And then here's our little deer. So, here's our one bottle brush tree, y'all. Yes, I'm still here. Hey, Miss Sandy. There's our one little bottle brush tree. Then look at these deer, y'all. That would be so cute if we did a forest. One with more of a forest background. That looks cute in that corner. But I do love the little snowman. No. Okay, here's my question. Do we just like the trees? The two trees in there? Or do we like that bigger tree and this little deer? We don't want to make it too crowded. But we can't do both because the tree and the deer are the same height, so that's not going over well. I think the deer would be cute if we did a rustic background, like the paper was more outdoorsy. Let's see. And I don't just want things setting in here. I want it to look like it's a little forest scene. So we could do those little trees in the corner. Let me see what else I got, y'all. Oh. I have these little snowmen. I'm trying to make it proportionate, the sizes proportioned correctly. You like the large tree and the deer, Shari. Large tree and the deer. See, I put those two little ones in there. And then I have these trees. Where I could paint that. Anyone else? Can't use the little one. See, here's my little snowman. Too many choices, y'all. Shari's saying the large tree and the deer. And you like that with the Merry Christmas background. It is simple. It is simple. And then I have a little wreath we might could put at the top to give it something towards the top part. But I also have some snow text. Let's add that real quick. Then we'll be finished, y'all. Hubby will be coming in saying, he says, are you alive? If he comes in and I'm still back here, he says, are you alive? This is Snowtex. I haven't used it a lot. Deco Art Snowtex. Probably should put my little tree down before I put this down, because I bet it might be hard to glue on top of this wet stuff. What do y'all think? Pushing him back in the corner, y'all. Yep. I think the little deer goes more towards the back, so hopefully we'll be okay now. If I can get a little bit of hot glue on his little hooves. He's cute. Okay, let me add a little more of this Snowtex, y'all. And then I'm going to turn it around for you to see. Anyone ever use this Snowtex? Have my comments stopped, y'all? Almost. This is not quite as messy as if you tried to use like the sprinkle snow that goes on your tree. Gonna sprinkle just a little bit out. Thank y'all for being with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Your name will go into a drawing. Maybe once. Shari, I hope you continue to heal well and fast, my friend. And if I don't see any of you again, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed Christmas. I was planning on coming on tomorrow. We will see. I'm going to have company in the morning. But I had so many other crafts I wanted to bring to you. Of course, I'm still doing Christmas, but that's okay. You can be inspired, make notes for next year or last minute Christmas presents for these frame pieces. One more little bit right there. I kind of let it come over the edges just a little. Okay, y'all. I can play with this a lot more afterwards. Let me show you. So you can find these little shadow box frames even at your dollar store. Even at your dollar store. Very simple. At least we can see the words up here, right? If we don't do anything else, I just put my hands in the snow, but I did add a little bit dripping off the bottom there. But do you think we need to add anything else? Like I could add some more of the snow text up around the frame. But I have this little wreath. These actually came from Michael's. These are little sticker wreaths. I don't know if this would be cute off to the side here. What do you think? Off to the side here with the little wreath. Whoops. Or it could just lay in the snow. What do you think about the little wreath off to the other corner? Off to the other corner, so it would kind of give us something as fill in up here. So yes or no to the wreath? Yes or no to the wreath, y'all? All of my scrapbook paper. Let me know in the comments. All my little pieces here. Hey, Cruz, yes to the side. Yes to the wreath on the side. I didn't see you, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being here, friend. So all of these little goodies. So many. They are really sweet too, y'all. really sweet too. So get these out of the way. I was going to add that little angel to my Christmas tree, but we'll see. We'll see. Hold that here for just a minute. Make sure it's in there. And I might add some more of this Snow Tex up around the top of the frame, maybe even on top of the frame. There we go, y'all. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Off to the side, yes. Yes to the wreath. Okay, there you go. Kind of cute and different, I think. Add a little more of the Snow Tex. Okay, y'all, let's do a drawing for my thank you mail for November. And I am gathering names for December. Just let me know in the comments that you sprinkled. And I've got all of my little names in here. I'll draw one name out. Elk River Crafting, Miss Kathy. Haven't seen her own today. Think she was a little under the weather, but she joins us from time to time. So Elk River Crafting, Miss Kathy is our thank you happy mail for November. Okay, treasured friends, we got through a few, even with our internet interruption. That was our last one. Thank you, Miss Donna. It's our dear. Was our sweet Santa. Here was our tree with our nativity. I'm thinking about that angel. The little angels from Dollar Tree. And then this one we added stickles to on our little bales. This, and distressed the frame some. This is just a plastic frame from Dollar Tree. Thank y'all. So I may be back tomorrow live at 4. Probably, I think I'm in an event Monday. And then I will be live again Tuesday unless things change. But if I don't see you again before Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Hope you have a wonderful time with all that you plan to do and all that it holds. And I will see you next time live. Remember, treasured friends, who you are and whose you are. Good night.